Hey guys, back in the kitchen again. We're going to cook something else. Today we are going to do tacos, burritos, whatever. And I know all of you all know how to make tacos. So I know that's not something that's going to be new to you. But let me tell you, I make up this thing with green chilies that is so good to put on your burrito. Hey guys, so we're going to do, for supper tonight, we're going to have burritos, tacos. David likes tacos, and I do the simple El Paso. I do this. It's simple. It's easy. I do these stand-up shells here because it's easy. When I make David's tacos for him, I can just stand them all up and they all won't fall over and everything don't fall out. So today what I'm going to do is it's something to enhance the tacos that we all know how to make. Oh, and y'all look. I'll have to wash my hands again, but look at this. Look what I got. Look how precious. Oh, his name is Toodles, because I always say Toodaloo to you guys. Look how precious he is. I know. Oh my God. Y'all, I can just eat him up. Oh, he's just precious. Let me wash my hands again while I'm talking to you. So, what we're going to make is what a good friend of mine, Gay Crabtree, I don't know if any of you all know her, but she taught me how to do this a long time ago. So, the first thing we're going to do, turn our stove on. I've got it on medium high, and I've got my Crisco shortening in there. And this little baby's all over me. So I'm going to cut up my onion, and I want a full onion. And you all, there's pork chops in this. It's delicious. So, I'm going to, how do I want my onions? I want them to be smaller bites. I don't want them to be big chunks, but sort of chunky. Yeah, I got Mr. Toodles yesterday. Okay, so I want to put all this onion in my pan. My pan hasn't heated up yet, but that's all right. We'll get that going. Go ahead and cut up this other half. I want all this onion. It's being very loud. Okay, so we've got our onion. And I tell you what I have not invested in all my life, and I don't know why, is a garlic press. But anyway, it calls for about, let's see, a teaspoon of garlic. So I've got myself 4 or 5 things of garlic here, and I'm just going to cut them up. This little baby is just precious. The rest of my animals are wondering why. Why did I do this? Well, this little one needed a home, so just like they all needed a home. So they're just going to have to get over it. And this little one likes feet. So it is all about being on my feet. Man, this really smells good. So let me tell you all what all's in it. It's the onion, the garlic, pork chop, curry, and green chilies. Ooh, I dropped a piece of garlic, and I don't want that baby getting that. I haven't had a kitten in a long time. I'm going to put my garlic in here with my onions. Let all that get to going there. Let me get my spoon. I'm having to remember there's a little one around here, and I'm having to check down on my feet. I know it. It's all new. It's all new for you. So now we're gonna go ahead and cut up our pork chop. And I just got these little thin breakfast chops. You don't need any big ones. I'm gonna cut that fat off of there. That fat's not going to do me any good. And what I do is I cut it into strips. And then I cut it into small little bites, little cubes. I'm also going to go ahead and throw that in the pan. Get that fat cut off of there. So we went to, I went to Madisonville yesterday, see my mom. Me and Karen went over there and had lunch with her. She wanted some Mr. B's wings. She said 50 would be enough. So that's how many I got. I ended up bringing wings home. But they're sure good. So we're cubing up this pork chop. And for you that are just popping in, we're making, or David and I are going to have tacos tonight. And I'm making this green chilies that my friend Gay taught me how to do many, many, many years ago. Throw that pork chop in there. And I got one more here. So this came with 4 or 5 little breakfast pork chops. You don't want the bone in. You don't want to have to cut around that bone. So it's just easier to get the boneless pork chops and get the breakfast chops. You don't need the thick ones. Alright, so we got all that in there. And let me stir that around, give that a good stir. We want those chops to get good and done. So, one more thing, let me, I forgot to open up my green chilies. Y'all hang on one second. I hate for this to be loud, but I got to have my green chilies open here. And this is what I use, just any green chilies at all will do. Open that right quick. Not too worried about whether it's drained or not. Give it a little drain. Throw that in there in a minute. Let me unplug that and get rid of it. Sorry, I should have already had that open. And then we've got curry. Okay, oh my goodness, that curry is, it smells heavenly. That is just so nice. So, let me get over here. Alright, now I'm going to attempt to move you guys over here now so that you all can see what I'm doing. See if I can do it without destroying everything. Here we go. I think you can see me there. So, here we go. So, we're getting all this stirred up, all this wonderful goodness. We've got, Crisco. Crisco shortening, onions, or an onion, garlic, about a teaspoon of garlic, and pork chop. So my pork chop is almost all done. After that, we're going to add a can of diced tomatoes, a small can of green chilies, and a teaspoon of curry powder. Oh, you all, this smells so wonderful. And what I do is I take my skillet and I put some, I gotta turn that light down. It's annoying me. Ooh, there we go. It's that light. So anyway, you take a skillet and you put your oil in it, get it hot, and then you take a flour tortilla after that's really good and hot, and you submerge it in there, and it cooks it and it puffs it up. Then you take it out, and the puff will go away a little bit, and it'll make it a crisp tortilla. And that's how I make my burritos. David likes just the hard shell taco. He's easy. He's simple. But me, I have to have this, and I love it. So now I'm going to put my can of tomatoes and my can of green chilies and a teaspoon of curry. Oh my. Oh man, it smells so good. So the last time I was on here, we were talking about how a scent or a food, something will take you back to a different place in your past. Well, when I think of this, when I smell of this, man, it reminds me of that period of time, and me and Gay Crabtree and Teresa Clayton and just different ones of us having a good time, and the kids were little bitty, and and they played together and stuff, and we would always get together and make homemade pizzas or do this or something, you know. But this is really, I would have never thought pork chop. Why that? Well, it is good in it. It tastes really good in it. So it's something to try. It's something a little bit different, and you just let it cook. Let that cook down. I'm gonna turn it down because it's only 4 o'clock. We're not gonna eat for a while, but I'm gonna let that just simmer for a little while. And it is going to be delicious. And then I just make my regular tacos like we've always made them. We just use the El Paso stuff or whatever, and the seasoning, and do lettuce and tomatoes and onions and jalapenos and just different things like that on them. So anyway, Gay was your babysitter? Wow. Gay used to babysit for me, and I babysit Lane sometimes. So, well, anyway, you guys, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have those tonight, and I'm probably going to hop back on here in a few minutes and do another video of cherry cobbler, because that is what I'm hungry for. And we've got to have something for dessert. I don't know why I think we have to have something for dessert, but we do. And I guess that's all I've got for right now. I'm going to clean this mess up and then hop back on here in a minute, and we'll do a cherry cobbler. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Toodaloo.